Welcome again to this video. So documentation, what does it mean, documentation? Why we need documentation? Basically, if you write a program and come after 1 month or a year and look at your code, sometimes you will not understand it, because especially if it is long, you need to take time to understand it. So it will waste your time, it will use lots of your energy to just understanding your code, which you wrote it yourself. Imagine if someone else would like to improve your code and you left the company and so another employee came and they want to improve the code created. It becomes more complicated. So you have to look at documentation. The one we will look at here is something called comments. Comments that you can add your actual code, but there are documentation you can do outside your code. You write a document explaining the whole program. But here we're talking about those we will do inside your code. We call them comments. And the comments, the programming language or compiler will ignore them when running the program, because if they are included, they will create errors. But they are meant for human, not for the compiler or the program. This is why they have given different format. Okay, so basically why we need them? We need to improve the readability of your code. So you read it or someone else come and read it, they will understand it clearly, because there is comment explaining why this code is written this way and what it does mean. So the two types of comments you can add to your code. One is a single line comment, which just you add one line saying, oh, this describe this or that, and that is just a single line, and you need to start it by two slashes. Yeah, you see them there, and this will allow the programmer to add one line describing something in human language, not in computer. Okay, I'll show you. Here's an example. So you can add this to our code. We say this line calculates the average. So if someone looking at, oh, this is for calculating the average, it becomes clear. So it's just a single line. The other type of comment is multi-line or paragraph type of comments. You add more than one line. And this one, you need to start it by slash star and end it by star slash reverse. Yeah, and here's an example. So usually such a comment you need at the beginning of your code to explain the purpose of the code and maybe some logic behind creating that code, and that you can use it. You can use it in the functions as well, and other places. So this one saying, okay, this program calculates the student GPA by adding the points of all courses and dividing it by the number of credits. And that's just a description. If it is inside code, the compiler will understand this is just only for the programmer to read. Here is an example of our code, the one we looked at before. And what we added this here at the beginning. So it describes this simple program calculates the VAT. See, we can have a mistake, spelling, anything. It doesn't matter for the compiler, because the compiler will treat this one as external, not needed to be checked. So it will not check it. It will check only one thing. If those slash star and star slash are not matching, then that will cause an issue. Now that's one. Inside your code you can use single line like this one added here, slash slash total of all purchased items without VAT. So that explains this. You can add a single line on the same line of the code. So you have float VAT on the same line. You can come at the end and say slash slash calculating VAT value, and that will do. And then you can add it before. And you can even add it to the end of the code. You come at the end of your code. So these comments can be added anywhere. And it's a great practice that you add your comments when you develop your code, because that will improve the readability, will help you later improve your code and help others improve their code. The other documentation that you can need to be created, like user manuals and other things which we discussed in the introduction video.